Alright, here come the Hounds of War for Khorne versus the Dowie. Or I mean the Chowi. Whoops, sorry. Sorry all the Dowie players. Skarbrand, 3 Minotaurs here on the Battle of Itza. Oh, I love me some Skarbrand. The character, not the player. Furies, dogs, the hounds, we're ready. Gonna go for a quick capture. Obviously, it's not gonna be easy captures. There's some sneaky hits, some Chaos Warriors. And for those who don't know, those sneaky hits are sneaky indeed. I won't be able to see them because they have stalks, so we'll see what happens. Drazwith, the Ashen. With Curse of Ashut, I kind of get what he's trying to do. He's trying to use like a pseudo Spirit Leech, and the hammer is there to blow up my lines. This player must be used to like Chosen or anything like that. Maybe Chaos Warriors. All right, the dogs are here. Will we be able to see and get a jump on them? I don't know. I don't know. Nope. The little poison shurikens are gonna get in there. I think maybe they can take them if they get the charge off. Let's see. And no. The answer is hell no. Matter of fact, it's really bad. They do pretty good damage, but they're about to, yeah, they're getting mulched. I gotta send them the Furies. Probably should have sent the Furies both ways. Drazwit's coming in. And over the horizon, could it be? Is it our hero, Skarbrand? Yes, it is. Along with his 3 Minotaurs. So, what I was planning is just holding the top objective here, and then once my opponent overextended with his Lord, do the Skarbrand thing that Skarbrand does best, which is kill him. And then you have this dual squad of Minotaurs. The problem my opponent has right now is the fact that he brought this build. Usually, Khorne hates this matchup for 2 reasons. 1, the Iron Demons. 2, the Fireborn. Kadai Fireborn, specifically. I know I said 2, but it's actually 3. And 3, Deathshriek Mortar, which is hard as hell to deal with, even on this map. So what you normally see is like a bunch of laborers topped off with like, at least, yeah, laborers with blunderbusses or fire glaives. One of the two. I think blunderbusses are better because, yeah, Khorne has to get engaged. And a volley from a blunderbuss will do so much more damage to a Fury or anything. And they have to eat 1 volley, so it's going to be absolutely destructive. On top of that, you have to deal with them, and then the Deathshriek Mortar, and then the Iron Demon, and then the Fireborn, who are blocking out the Furies with counter charges. It's so obnoxious. Luckily, I don't have to deal with any of that. And I figured, you know, with the Minotaurs and Skarbrand, maybe I could get into the lines, enrage some of them, have the Bulls run through the laborers, and just start mulching on top of whatever. And if the Lord comes down, well, that's perfect. I will save it, I think, 3... I had the 2 Furies and 2 more Furies in reserve, I think. Just in case, too. And I was just gonna slow build. But my opponent didn't bring that, so it all worked out. And the hammer here, unfortunately, my opponent not only does the wrong direction, it really doesn't do that much to these entities. You should bring the Flames of Asgore, I believe that's a spell. The Eruption spell, giant... I don't think it's even a vortex, I forget what it's called. But yeah, that's way better. Chaos Knights with Lances, not ideal, but they are great into Laborers and the Wolf Riders, although I probably should have just brought Fleshhounds instead. They're almost double the amount. I can get almost 2 Fleshhounds for 1 Chaos Knight, and that's probably what I should have done too. But I just wanted to try some Knights with Lances, and they're doing pretty good. Not too bad. They can take a beating from any of the arrows. Maybe not from blunderbusses or fire glaives, but definitely better. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't know, but now I do know, since I've been playing against Skarbrand lately. Drazwith somehow is still alive. Minotaurs, go kill him! He's trying to bully my precious Chaos Knights. Summoning in Wrathmongers, simply because they have immune to flanking? Yeah. And they don't have fire damage, so they're somewhat ideal. Hopefully, maybe. We're gonna find out. I'm really surprised there's no Deathshriek or Iron Demon yet. He summoned in Bull Centaur's Renderers to come deal with my Minotaurs, but I have 3 Minotaurs and Skarbrand. It's not gonna be easy. Even Furies pretty much uptrade into Bull Centaur Renderer, so I think that was a bit of a bad call. Yeah, it just shows my opponent's not sure what to do at this point, and I sure as hell don't either. But we're on a killing spree, so that's all we gotta do. And we gotta make sure we don't get triple cap. If we do, then this could actually turn sideways real bad. Real quick. Minotaurs do work! Yeah, that spell. Opponent, if you're watching this, don't bring that spell. That spell sucks. Especially into Khorne. What you do is bring like 5 Laborers, 4 Blunderbusses, 2 Kadai Fireborn, and I think you go... I'm pretty sure you go Zaytan. Zaytan for his net, because his net's like 33 seconds. It's one of the longest nets in the game, and it's absurd how long it lasts. And you could just net a Fury going into your back line. Even one net is fantastic, because with the Blunderbuss, it'll just destroy. Or if you catch a Lord slipping, like Skarbrand is just not ideal into this matchup, if I'm being honest. Afterwards, after seeing how this plays out, yeah, Skarbrand is... You want to bring Valkia. Just because Valkia has the Spear Sleipnir, and it actually destroys Iron Fireglaves and Blunderbusses. It does a shit ton of damage, honestly. I think you can get them like down to 60-70% HP. Yeah. With one Sleipnir, one well-timed. But yeah, hold on. Skarbrand's cooking right now. I mean, his Minotaur's going ham. Yeah, get him, boys. Show Drazowith. I like Drazowith, but still, show him what's up. Knight's getting rear charges, trying to break this, so these Wrathmongers get in, Wrathmongers. And I believe those are... No, those aren't Exalted Bloodletters. Regular Bloodletters, because Exalted have fire attacks, and we don't want to deal with that. We are just cooking here. Bull Centaur Renders have come back, and so have these Minotaurs and the Furies, and this is just a whole slugfest. Yeah, Skarbrand, get him. Could have done a little bit better with my Chaos Knights with Lances, honestly. And here come the Fireborn. Wrathmongers should be able to do okay. I'm going to have Khorngors coming in, hopefully to help soon, and along with those Minotaurs. But yeah. Yeah, if my opponent would have opened with the build I was saying earlier, it would have been a totally different story. It would have been pretty bad. Although on this map, with how small it is, maybe if I do a rush with 4 Furies, get the Minotaurs onto those Blunderbusses right away, have the Furies eat a round or 2, get the dogs behind, just to stop them. Not to win, just to stop them. And then have the Bull Centaurs just clean up house until Fireborn start fighting them. Man, the Fireborn are so obnoxious to deal with. And then Skarbrand just forcing the fights. Maybe this build could cook. I doubt it. Because right now there should be a Death Shriek just bombarding Skarbrand. And yeah, it's pretty bad. It'd be pretty bad. Here come the Khorngors right now. And I need them, like yesterday. The Furies chased off Drazowith, so that's actually fantastic. Should be able to rout a lot of these units. Thanks to Skarbrand being there as well, and the fear being induced to some of them. Yeah, we definitely need that. Thank goodness. And Iron Demons are just so brutal in this matchup. The fact that they're unbreakable. They're basically unstoppable chariots with their ability. They just move through everything. They're just hard to catch, too. I just don't know what Khorne can do besides rampage him, and Skarbrand's just too big of a target. Maybe I could try Valkia and then bring in Skyla in reserve. That's not a bad idea either. But also you have to, I mean, I think besides just the Net Lord, Zaytan, you could easily go with a Demonsmith Sorcerer and do Final Trance on a Lamasu. And it would be absolutely brutal. Yeah, 35 spell resist don't mean shit to Final Trance. Especially if you have Spell Mastery, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, it's rough, guys. So yeah, if I were to do this again, probably with Skyla in reserve, Valkia, and then just try to Chaos Warriors and Marauders and just surround. Maybe bring in Blood Beasts for cheaps. Maybe 1 or 2 Blood Beasts so I can get to the back line and start fighting. Maybe do some more rushes with Furies. I don't know. Y'all let me know how to deal with this matchup, because I got lucky here. I just got lucky my opponent didn't know what they were doing at the moment, with the build at least. They're definitely a bit savvy, they know what they're doing, but there's just some minor mistakes. If they want to come back right now, summon an Iron Demon. Maybe get a Lord with Final Trans. Don't let your units get isolated right now. Just reform your ranks, make one big fighting blob, with the Fireborn for counter charges, because my Minotaurs are weakened. If he just gets one blunderbuss into him or two, that's it. And the Fireborn here doing that. He is up 1,000, so he has time. If anything, he could probably just unsummon a bunch of stuff. Try to make a huge forest, and then do a big push onto a side, or maybe in the middle. And look at this. It's just work of art. Oh, I know Skarbrand's watching this right now, just getting an absolute chub watching Skarbrand. Look at him. Oh, he just smashed him, stomped on him! Oh, oh, I love this kill animations. It's dope. Look at the Furies. Watch the Furies. You see the Furies? Now watch. Blunderbusses, gone. Well, I cut him in half, but still. Sacrificing the Furies for the sword of Khorne, absolutely lovely. And I got dogs. Dogs able to beat back Fireglaves, sad times. And we are just stuffing them. Stuff. Chaos Knights with Lances. Good amount of kills, although probably not going to make their value. They're just beating up on Laborers and Hobgoblins. But that's all the Chaos Knights are really good for, honestly, most of the time. Just bullying weaker units. They hardly ever uptrade, if at all. That's how you have to use them, really. And yeah, this game's just pretty much done. I got my opponent in his deployment. I'm 4,000 value up. He's got no lore, I do. I'm gonna unsummon the Minotaurs, bring him back, and just keep stuffing him with trash until he pretty much gives up or I win. He's triple capped, he can't get anything. And really, he just needed to reform ranks, do a big push, try to slow down the Minotaurs, quit summoning a bunch of units that are super easy to kill, like the Laborers, because that just feeds my army ability, right? I have Wrathmongers coming in, I have more stuff coming in. As soon as I see Skarbrand's getting a little lonely, I pull him back, and yeah, just wait for an opportunity to beat up on some Fireborn. And yeah, that's pretty much GG. GG indeed. Yeah, he does a big push on the side, but Bloodletters just mulch those. Work labor is pretty easy. Love to see Skarbrand do well, and this is definitely a horrible matchup. I just, yeah, like I said, I got lucky. Jishka or I don't know, Jishka Kai? I don't know how to pronounce this player's name, but we'll just call him Kai. Well, good on you for sticking in there as long as you did. Yeah, it's tough. I don't know how to deal with the trains, besides more Minotaurs. Oh, he did have a Deathstreak Mortar. Probably should have had that. Out and about, just covered it, keep shooting. I think one shot from a Deathstreak Mortar kills a single model of the Minotaur, so probably could have ended up doing that instead of maybe just hitting Skarbrand, although Skarbrand is pretty bad. And just change your lore. Drazow's just saying it. It's either, yeah, Zaytan or Demonsmith Metalcaster, Final Trans. Maybe even get some Skirmish Cav, more Skirmish Cav to actually do some stuff. Never bring in just like 2 archers. It's just not going to be enough. Never. Alright, folks, we're at the end of the video. I'm tired. Let's get on with it. If you liked it, please like, sub, follow me here on YouTube. We're on the road to 2,000. Come join me on the stream when we have them. And maybe join our tournaments. Whether it's to come play or, you know, show some love. I appreciate both. Alright, with all that said, y'all have a good one. Peace and goodbye for now.